When managing legislation, it can be very useful to use reports in order to see legislation group by outcome, particularly with respect to any kind of trends going on with Councilmember Cantrell's voting, whether she's been successful or not, and so on and so forth. So in order to see reports that relate to legislation, you want to go ahead and click on the Reports tab. And then on the left here, you can go ahead and click Legislation Reports. That'll show you the current list of all reports that are available. This list can certainly grow over time. For an updated list of all the available reports and a description of what those reports show, go ahead and consult with the written instructions. But I'll show you a couple examples. So for one, we have legislation that Councilmember Cantrell has proposed. And this will show you all of the records in the system where District Proposed By includes Councilwoman Cantrell's name, whether she's the sole sponsor or not. It'll also show you who voted for, who voted against, if a vote has taken place already. It'll show you this. It's going to group them by status, so you'll be able to see ones that have passed, failed, as well as ones that have not been voted on yet. And it'll give you some extra details about each of these pieces of legislation. Additionally, we have you can actually, instead of going to the report folder here, you can also just type in a keyword from the name of the report. So you can also see any legislation that's in committee, and you can see that it's grouped by which committee it's with. You can see the details of committee review and what the outcome has been, what type of legislation. So in addition to reports, there's also something called dashboards, which are a visual representation of those the reports we just showed you. So if I click on the dashboards tab, you can see that we have a list of different dashboards here. We're going to look at the legislation dashboard. And what this shows us is a graphical representation of some of the data that's displayed in these existing reports. So as an example, you can see a pie chart showing each of the statuses of legislation proposed by Councilmember Cantrell. You can show the record count of legislation that's currently in each committee. And you can see the pass and fail rate for legislation that Councilmember Cantrell voted for and against. There's many other dashboards that can be created, and if you check back in, over time this dashboard will grow and additional charts and graphs will be added. So that's how to use reports and dashboards to keep track of and monitor any legislation records.